Hello everyone, this is Mansi. I have 6+ years of experience in software testing, and since last 1 year, I am extensively working on desktop application testing. I'm currently working with Litera as a senior software engineer in QA department, and I am here to give some insight on challenges in desktop application automation. Before I jump into the challenges, I would like to briefly discuss about desktop application versus web applications. A desktop application is a program that runs independently on a computer device such as a desktop or a laptop. Unlike web application, it does not require internet connection or and is not run on a web browser. Let's discuss market of desktop application versus web application. In the software development market, the use of web application is becoming popular and without any doubt has won a much bigger market share as compared to the desktop applications. Of course, that doesn't mean the era of the desktop application is coming to an end. In fact, desktop apps are widely used by not only IT people but also by lawyers, doctors, accounting firms, banking professionals, and many other industries. Some of the well known desktop applications are Adobe Reader, Microsoft Office applications, any of the browsers, Zoom, Skype. Imagine the workflows of these applications are tested manually without automating them. Won't help, right? So it is very important to test and automate desktop applications as many people use them on daily basis. Hence, testing is very crucial for desktop applications. Let me present a list of challenges one might face while working on desktop automation testing. Installation and uninstallation testing, element locator strategy, precondition setup, handling synchronization and timeouts, complexity of scenarios, parallel test execution. Installation and uninstallation testing. Installing a desktop app is the user's job opposed to a web application. Tester needs to verify whether the application is getting installed using various options available in the installation wizard. Simple installation, accept agreement before installation, wherein we need to verify if the agreement is checked or not. Install or repair, wherein we need to verify if the application is already installed, then you just need to repair it, or if not, then a fresh installation is required. Installation wizard needs a location where the software is getting installed. We need to check the same location is used for installing the software or not. It's important to test the installation both from scratch or through updates. Upgrade and downgrade both should be checked. We need to test the uninstall process as well. In a CI/CD environment, you will need to automate the installation process as well. That's because you will need the test to run on the correct application build. If a build successfully installs using the automation framework, then only the actual workflow of the application would start. Deciding element locator strategy. For web applications, we have plenty of options to find locators, like the browser's built-in developer tools and various browser extensions like Selectors Hub, WebDriver Element Locator. Contrast to web applications, finding locators in desktop needs to be strategized. XPath can be used, but you will not have the usual attributes like CSS selector, link text, etc. For Windows application, we can use Microsoft Insights tool, Ranorex Spy. Many other tools have their own UI inspectors. Hence, it is important to decide element locator strategy wisely. Next is precondition setup. In a web application, once a test runs and the browser window is closed, in normal scenarios, the browser when opened again is cleared with cookies, caches, and no user is logged in. And we do not need the script to do any extra effort to get the browser in the optimum state to run the next run. In contrary to web applications, desktop applications require an extra effort as the residual files are not removed after each test. There can be registry entries, license, and registration files created which needs to be worked on to make the application ready for the next test run. Handling synchronization and timeouts. Sync and timeouts are always a concern for web as well as desktop applications. Synchronization and timeouts handled in a better way makes the test stable. Wait block forcibly stops a test for a specific time period. Element not found in 10 seconds can be a failure due to sync issue. Hence, it is better to use dynamic waits, that is, if element is found before time, the execution for the next action will start immediately. Click UI element and set UI element automatically scroll to the element where it needs to perform click or type operations. However, there can be many scenarios where the user needs to perform a scroll without the need to click or type. These cases needs to be handled differently. Recently, I came across a scenario wherein I was comparing a document with its baseline and the test used to pass, but this time it failed. I tried to find the root cause and it said the test result is not matching with the baseline image. But to my naked eye, I wasn't able to see the difference easily. When I digged a little more into it, I knew the resolution of my laptop was the issue. It wasn't 100 like it usually used to be. Hence, desktop tests are dependent on the resolution. Text-based strategies might fail when language is changed. Complexity of scenarios. UI automation tests generally have huge scenarios as compared to unit and integration tests. Desktop applications usually have complex scenarios. Say, for example, a banking desktop application. The scenarios to be automated should be chosen with care. The scenarios covered under unit and integration tests should not be repeated under UI automation. Parallel test execution. Parallel testing in web application considering multiple browser instances is easier as compared to parallel testing for desktops. Usually it is impossible to run multiple instances with different settings like different user roles or different permissions according to the license simultaneously for desktop applications. Some of the automation tools that interact with the apps have to actually use the mouse or keyboard and hence one instance at a time, thereby increasing the execution time. Solution is to run each instance on a different machine or a virtual machine and multiple installation efforts, again making it complex and costly. Hence, to conclude, desktop application automation have their own set of challenges. Some might be same as web automation and some requires an extra effort and expertise. Hence, a good, well strategy should be in place to avoid complexities. Thank you.